Kick it away after the touchdown. Will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them through and picks him up
and avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They go play action now. Haskins escaping the pressure right, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Run with Harris out of the shotgun. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. T.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Seven, our score after 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Johnson to return it. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got room. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On the return, Johnson. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Haskins. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Haskins. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. That's caught. It's James Washington. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Haskins will throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Wentz will try again on second down. Flushed out right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Wentz. Dancing to his left. He gets away, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Rolling to his right. Short little throw to Ebron. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 2nd down at 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, he gets free left side, and he's brought down after a very nice gain.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Colts 1st down.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. This is Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That one goes for 8 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Haskins back to the air. He gets it complete to Harris. Not much there, only a yard.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Haskins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Again, it's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Wentz. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th. As they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. On the handoff, this is Taylor. A little juke, pushing his way through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Taylor. Stops short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
At the Steelers' 26-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Wentz to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And at this good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
There we go. It's Haskins on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.